I'm just trying to make it all make sense.
The
More.
You
No.
Podcast.
Today I want to talk about enlightenment and how it was discussed by Deepak Chopra and Rudolph Tanzi in their book Superbrain. Finding enlightenment in life is a process that you must go through, and it's actually natural and effortless and a part of the human experience. Deepak and Rudolph share 5 insights into knowing when you're enlightened. You first believe you're a part of everything, and it overturns the belief that you're alone and isolated. You also know that you're cared for, and enlightenment overturns the belief that the universe is empty and impersonal. When you're enlightened, you also feel fulfilled, and being enlightened overturns the belief that life is a struggle. When you become enlightened, you also find connection with the higher powers of our universe, and it overturns the belief that you aren't connected with the universe. And lastly, when you're enlightened, you feel that you're a child of the universe, and it overturns the belief that humans are an insignificant speck in the vastness of creation. And now that I've shared insights into enlightenment, I now want to share what it looks like on a day-to-day basis. Life is less of a struggle. Desires are achieved more easily. There's less pain and suffering. Insight and intuition become more powerful. Your soul feels connected to the higher powers of our universe. And lastly, your existence feels deeply meaningful. In the book Superbrain, Deepak and Rudolph share 7 degrees of enlightenment, which I now want to go through. And these are 7 things that you should be striving towards that will bring enlightenment in your life. The first is that inner calm and detachment increase, and that you can be centered in the midst of outer activity. Next, your feeling of connection grows. You feel less alone and more bounded to others. Next, your empathy deepens. You can sense what others are feeling and you care about them. Also, clarity dawns, meaning you are less confused and conflicted. Your awareness also becomes more acute. You get better at knowing what's real and genuine. Truth also reveals itself. You no longer buy into conventional beliefs and prejudices, and you are less swayed by outside opinions. And lastly, bliss grows in your life, and you love more deeply. As you achieve these 7 degrees of enlightenment, you also become more mindful, and I want to share the advantages of becoming more mindful in life. You can handle stress better. You free yourself from negative reactions. Impulse control becomes easier. You open a space for making better choices. You can take responsibility for your emotions instead of blaming others. And you can live in a way that's more centered and calm. And becoming enlightened no doubt allows you to become more mindful, but there's also some more tips that I want to share to becoming more mindful. Don't project your feelings onto others. Don't participate in negativity. When you feel stress in the air, walk away. Don't put your attention on anger and fear. If you have a negative reaction, let it run for a little while. Then as soon as you can, step back and take a few deep breaths, and observe your reaction without indulging in it. Also, when you're having a reaction, don't make any decisions until later. Wait until you're centered once again. Also, in your relationships, don't use arguments to vent your resentments. Discuss your issues when you sense you both feel calm and reasonable. Finding enlightenment and becoming more mindful in life will no doubt provide immense value, and this value will allow you to make tremendous impacts in the world, translating into a life of significance.
I'm just trying to make it all make sense.
The
More.
You
No.
Podcast.